floats up a pass. It is stolen. A steal by Marco Burst, and he one-hand jams it.
Driving, kicking, back to McKinney. Three-pointer, nothing but net.
It's time to tip off high school basketball on Regional Radio.
Stolen away by Gerstner. Gerstner on the run. Right side layup. Count it!
Gets past Horton to the hoop. And a bounce pass between his own legs to Prater for the lay-in. Sick move by Brock Wakefield. Sicker pass.
Your home for high school basketball in the Parkland area and throughout southeast Missouri is J98 The Boot, AM 800 KREI, AM 1400 KJEF, and online at mimoinfo.com.
Head fake far side in the corner, Pennock. Kick out, catch and shoot, three. Are you kidding me? Naomi Perkins knocks it down to tie the game.
Fans with the ovation. South Iron with a convincing championship win in the Central Christmas Tournament over the Rebels.
Welcome to the Fleegs Equipment Pregame Show, brought to you in part by Fleegs Equipment in St. Genevieve and Leadington. For all your lawn, farm, and garden equipment needs, let their family serve your family. On Highway 32 in St. Genevieve, on the outer service road at the Leadington exit, and online 24/7 at Fleegs.com.
And we welcome you for one of the first times during this high school hoops season to Perry County and Perryville, the home of not just the Perryville Pirates, but also tonight the St. Vincent Indians, and they will host a non-conference matchup in girls high school basketball this evening here on the Mimo Info Sports Stream as St. Vincent welcomes in the St. Paul Giants. Hello, everybody, inside the Mineral Area College broadcast booth. I'm Nathan Gertz, welcoming you to this presentation of high school basketball on Regional Radio on the Mimo Info Sports Stream. It's brought to you in part by Applebee's and Cole's Tractor and Equipment, both in Farmington, as we bring you the Fleegs Equipment pregame show leading up to tip-off here tonight between St. Vincent and St. Paul. Both teams in a bit of a groove. For St. Paul, it's an extended stretch of success. The Giants have won 7 of their last 10 games after a 3-5 start to the season. And as a result, they've surpassed last year's 9-win total already here in the later stages of the season. They've been powered by a little bit of youth and a little bit of experience. Most of this roster is young. One of those youngsters, freshman point guard Briley Durbin, has been a breakout star, averaging just shy of 11 points per game, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2.5 steals per contest. She is pacing this Giants team. They're also led, though, by senior forward Paige James, who's had a really outstanding final season. She's averaging about 10 points and 4 rebounds per contest to lead a St. Paul team that will play defense first, doesn't score a whole lot, but has gotten plenty of offense from those two players, Durbin and Ames. St. Vincent kind of similar, not an offensive juggernaut. They average less than 42 points per game. 3 different players leading scores on the year, averaging about 9 points per game. Lacey Best and Mary Schwartz, pair of juniors amongst them. They are a real good defensive team, though, and after a 4-game losing streak, it kind of derailed things. They have won back-to-back games to improve to 7-8, looking to get back to 500 for the first time since the early part of this month. We had a chance to talk to both head coaches about this matchup tonight, and you will hear from St. Vincent head man Gary Pointer coming up in just a little bit. We're going to take a timeout and talk to St. Paul head coach Andy Sherrell. That's coming up when the Fleegs Equipment pregame show continues next here on the Mimo Info Sports Stream.
Have you ever misplaced your debit card and worried while you try to find it? Hi, Paul Hale here at New Era Bank, and our new app offers Secure Swipe. Secure Swipe allows you to turn your debit card on or off from the convenience of your cell phone. While your card is off, you have the safety of knowing that no one can access your account from your debit card. Download our new app today and get this and many other new features. Call or visit any of our locations to get more information, or visit our website at www.newerabank.com. New Era Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Fleegs Equipment pregame show on the Mimo Info Sports Stream. High school girls hoops tonight in Perry County. St. Vincent Indians hosting St. Paul Lutheran of Farmington, and we have head coach of the Giants, Andy Sherrell, with us. You guys have won 7 of your last 10, so it's starting to click. What do you think has worked in that time?
I think just more experience. You know, we got a lot of young kids, a lot of kids that haven't played a whole lot of basketball in their life, and they're just kind of getting the reps and getting going and buying into what we're doing. And you know, it's just been nice. We've had nights where we've had 6 kids at 8 points or better. That's really what it takes. And we've always been pretty good defensively at St. Paul. It's just kind of who I am and what we do. But if we can get over 55 points, that's really when we've been pretty successful. So,
Well, on top of the success of late, you've also topped your win total from a year ago. So this young bunch has really come a long way. And one of those youngsters I thought that was playing well, Riley Durbin will catch the headlines. She's been great as a freshman point guard. But Riley Petty's really playing well for you of late, shooting 50% from the field. She's a big post player that you can team up with Izzy Carroll and Paige James down low. What have you seen from her the last week or so?
She's a really great raw athlete. She's a tremendous volleyball player, all district in that level. And I think she just kind of plays basketball because she likes to play sports. So she's starting to realize she could be a pretty good basketball player. So Riley is also very raw. First time to play basketball was in high school. So she's getting a lot of stuff off her athleticism, but she's been working on her game and getting improving. And again, she just needed reps, just needed time. And I think that's starting to show up. And when she gets going, and then the other posts get going, then you kind of work inside out. We could be pretty tough.
You've prided yourself on challenging yourself all season with some bigger schools and bigger opponents. This is kind of that same situation. They're Class 2. Biggest thing you're looking from your club for tonight?
I think good decisions. They do a nice job with a 1-3-1 matchup zone. It's something that Gary's always done, Coach Pointer's always done, so I know they're going to be well-versed and ready to go in that. So can we make good decisions? That's always the key. And what does that shot selection look like? I think we can be pretty successful if we take good shots and make good choices. That seems pretty cliche, but it's true. And then, for us is can we defend? Can we cause them to speed up a little bit? I think when they can control the ball, that's their game. So we need to try and speed them up a little bit and get this game a little higher scoring.
Cliches tend to happen because they work, so I don't blame you one bit. Best of luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Andy Sherrell, head coach of St. Paul, joining us. We'll talk to St. Vincent's head coach, Gary Pointer, on the other side of this timeout. Fleets Equipment pregame show comes up next, continuing here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Hi, this is Brad Smith at Lucas Smith Chrysler Center, your local home of the no bull deal. The word local, you've heard the phrase shop local, buy local, but do you really think exactly what that means? When you shop here at Lucas Smith, you put your trust in the hands of all of my employees who also eat, play, work, live, and shop local. Jefferson County is their home too. Why drive for miles when you can buy what's right here in your backyard? All we ask at Lucas Smith Chrysler is to give us the chance to earn your business. Please shop local, and remember, Lucas Smith Chrysler Center in Festus.
Welcome back to the Fleets Equipment pregame show here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. High school girls basketball tonight in Perryville as the St. Paul Giants travel to take on St. Vincent. And we have Indians head coach Gary Pointer with us. After a 4-game losing streak, you guys won back-to-back games in back-to-back days last week. You've had a week off. What from those games have you been telling your girls they need to take away to continue to win?
The big thing is on the defensive end. We got back to playing solid defense. We did a better job getting on the boards. We did a better job of handling dribble penetration. That was the big key after our 2 wins, and the practices after that was continuing to focus on our defense.
And your defense has been really good all year for the most part. Offensively, I know you've been looking for people to step up and help you out, and Lacey Best has obviously been good in her junior year, but how about the way Addie Cates has stepped up of late as a sophomore to give you a little extra punch scoring? I know you're hoping that continues to develop, but you like what she's giving you right now, I'm sure.
Definitely. She has come in and she's played big minutes for us all year, not just these last couple games. And it's not just the scoring. She's obviously had some big scoring nights for us, but she's come in, done little things, taking care of the ball, helping to stop dribble penetration that I talked about earlier, and being a good floor leader at times for us.
St. Paul bunch has been playing really well of late, so you get good competition here after a week off. Biggest thing you'll be preaching to your team about this particular game tonight?
We've got to control the boards. We've got to get out and run, push the ball, and we've got to put the ball in the hole.
Always got to do that last part. All right, best of luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you, sir.
Gary Pointer, head coach of St. Vincent, joining us. They're getting ready to take on St. Paul. We'll have tip-off coming up in just a little bit here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Hi, Hi, welcome to the UPS store.
Yeah, I'd like to ship this package.
Great, I can help you with that and every other ing.
Did you just say every other ing?
Printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs.
Shredding.
Yep.
Mailboxing.
Uh-huh.
Notarizing?
That too.
Wow, that's really some ing.
Now you're getting it.
The UPS store. Every ing for small business. And of course, shipping.
Hi, this is Jim, owner of the UPS store in Festus. See us now at our new location at 650 North Creek Drive next to Tiger Express Car Wash.
This is the Fleeks Equipment pregame show on the MIMO Info Sports Stream, part of high school basketball on regional radio, which is brought to you in part by Fleeks Equipment in St. Genevieve and Leadington, the Doe Run Company in Park Hills, Comtree in Festus. Let's take a look at how these two teams have done of late coming into tonight as we check our scoreboard, brought to you by Parkland Oathmark Pharmacy, committed to improving the health of their patients and positively impacting the communities they serve. We mentioned St. Paul, winners of 7 of their last 10. That includes a 59-43 win their last time out, a little more than a week ago, last Monday night at Valley of Caledonia. Meanwhile, for St. Vincent, they've been off a week as well. Played back-to-back days and won back-to-back days. They beat Chaffee here at home 34-28, and then won another defensive showdown with Meadow Heights 34-25 a week ago today. Let's take a look at who's going to be on the floor to get things started tonight as we look at our starting lineups, brought to you by Presbyterian Manor, the way you want to live. We mentioned the breakout sophomores on both sides. We'll start with St. Paul, the road team on the scoreboard. Sophomore Riley Petty has moved into the starting lineup at a forward spot along senior Paige James and senior Izzy Carroll. Junior Holly Davis and freshman Briley Durbin will make up the backcourt. For St. Vincent, we'll come right back and give you their starting lineup here in just a moment when we come back on the MIMO Info Sports Stream.
In 1973, Comtree was established to meet a great need through opening a halfway house. The spark of meeting residents' needs continues to reignite in 2019. We've expanded our services to become the mental health safety net of Jefferson County while offering nationally recognized dental care and primary care. We invite you to join the Comtree family tree. Call 877-COMTREE or visit us online at comtree.org to schedule an appointment. Welcome to our family tree.
This is Dr. Karen Melton at Hearing Care Partners. We hope you don't miss a single thing this sports season. Stop by for a free hearing screening so you'll hear every play and the person sitting right next to you. One of the best parts of the game is chatting with old friends and making new ones. We wish all our local players a safe and healthy sports season. It's Hearing Care Partners. Find us online at hearingcarepartners.com.
Whatever your educational goals are, you can achieve them at Jefferson College. With caring faculty, convenient locations, and award-winning academic programs, your future is Jefferson College's focus. To learn more, call 636-797-3000 or visit jeffco.edu for a complete list of degrees and programs. Enroll now.
For higher education, for higher expectations, Jefferson College, Jefferson College.
We welcome you back to coverage of high school basketball on the MIMO Info Sports Stream, brought to you in part by Gateway Motors of Fredericktown and the Gateway Region YMCA in St. Louis. We gave you tonight's Presbyterian Manor starting lineup for the St. Paul Giants on the road here tonight in Perryville, taking on the St. Vincent Indians. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the homestanding Indians and head coach Gary Pointer. They will be led in one part by a breakout sophomore of their own that we mentioned in pregame, guard Addie Cates, who's tied for team high in scoring so far this year, averaging about 9.4 points per game. She is joined in the starting lineup tonight by a pair of juniors, Megan and Genevieve Life, a junior Mary Schwartz, and one other junior, Lacey Best, who is tied with her for the team lead in scoring and is also averaging 7 rebounds per game. Tonight's uniform check is brought to you by Serenity Hospice Care. Peace of mind when it matters most. Visit them online at serenityhospicecare.org. St. Vincent in their home whites tonight with blue stripes down the shorts and on the shoulders. Blue numbers and letters with a gold trim. And St. Vincent written across the chest. St. Paul in their road maroons with white stripes on the shorts, white letters and numbers, St. Paul written across the chest of their jerseys. Both these teams trying to keep on trending in the right direction here tonight. We will see if they can keep it rolling here this evening. St. Vincent looking for their 3rd win in a row, and St. Paul looking for their 8th in their last 11 games. It is time to finally get it started tonight. Tip-off is brought to you by New Era Bank. It's easy to save your coins and change with New Era Bank's Roundup Savings. To see how easy it is, visit your local New Era Bank branch or go online to newerabank.com. That's New Era Bank, member FDIC. We're set up on the stage on the far end of the floor at St. Vincent Gymnasium. So St. Paul will be attacking the bucket farthest away from us. Izzy Carroll in the center circle, along with Mary Schwartz for the opening tap. St. Vincent wins and controls coming our way. Indians swinging around to the right wing to Mary Schwartz. Now throws it in the corner here near side of the floor. Megan Lipe gives it on the block to Cates. Now they go back out around. Head fake Cates, top of the key area. Left wing with it. This is Lipe looking to throw it on the block. Instead pulling up from the corner on the far side of the floor is Megan Lipe, and she'll take a long two and knock it down. First bucket of the game goes to junior forward Megan Lipe, and now a steal defensively. Coming away with it, Addie Cates. She looks to go coast to coast in transition off the steal, throws it up with the right hand, got fouled on the block. Whistle for the blocking foul is going to go against St. Paul's Briley Durbin. So the talented freshman point guard picks up a quick first personal foul. And Addie Cates, we mentioned, tied for the team lead in scoring, 9.4 points per game in her sophomore season, will roll home the first 2 free throws. Again, the starting 5 both ways for St. Paul: Carroll, Davis, Petty, Durbin, and Ames. For St. Vincent, Megan and Genevieve Life join Schwartz, Best, and Cates. And it is Addie Cates who rolls home a pair of free throws, making a 4-0 Indians lead here in the opening minute. Top of the key area. Run the show here. Holly Davis for a second. Gives off to Durbin. Puts it down the deck with a left-hand dribble. Loses it in the middle of the paint after throwing a runner-up. Loose ball corralled. Picked up by Genevieve Lipe. St. Vincent back the other way. Left wing area to Cates. Back to Jen Lipe. Now give it off right wing to Schwartz. They're swinging around both sides. Open on the left wing is Cates. Takes and catches the 3. Addie Cates has the last 5. Her first of the night. And it's a fast start for St. Vincent. They actually call it a long 2. Say her foot was on the line on the left wing, so it's 6-0 Indians. Left wing of it for St. Paul is Davis. Gives it off across court to Durbin. Puts it on the deck. Step back jumper away from contact. Doesn't bank home. Rebound picked up by Cates. St. Vincent comes back the other way. Indians have the early lead here, 1.5 minutes into this one. Cates swings it in the corner to Lipe, gives it right back. Ball is stolen, though. She tries to throw it back to the middle of the floor. Durbin comes up with it, gets to the rim, throws up a reverse layup with the right hand, no good. Carroll got the offensive board, couldn't finish. Second rebound, cleared inside, picked up by Genevieve Lipe. St. Vincent survives there, the transition opportunity. Left wing with it. Cates throws it high post area to Best. Spinning, comes back to the middle of the floor, has the ball knocked out of her hands at the elbow, but they say there's a reach-in foul. I think they're going to get Holly Davis. They do indeed, and that is her first personal. That's 2 team fouls here at the start. Inbounds, lobbed it to Best. Couldn't throw it up, though, around the rim on the block. Rebound picked up inside Carroll. St. Paul back the other way on offense. Durbin has it right-hand dribble, top of the key, gives high post area to Carroll, throws it baseline in the corner to Ames, puts it on the deck after a couple dribbles, pulls up from the block, little 4-footer, no good. Rebound cleared inside, picked up by Megan Lipe. St. Vincent back the other way, 2 minutes in, Indians lead 6-0. Right wing Schwartz head fakes a 3, puts it on the deck, goes baseline, nearly lost the ball, and they do say she lost it out of bounds along the baseline. And now a timeout called by Andy Sherrell, the head coach of St. Paul. Giants on the wrong end of things here in the first 2.5 minutes. They're down to St. Vincent 6-0 here on the road. Tonight's first timeout brought to you by Patsy's Furniture. You'll love to shop at Patsy's on St. Joe Drive in Park Hills. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
This is Sam from the Jefferson County YMCA inviting you to join the Y. Pay no joining fee in January, saving up to $100. Whether you're looking to get healthy, make new friends, or spend more time together as a family, the Y will help you succeed. Enjoy group exercise and water fitness classes for free. Try pickleball, swim in the pool, or walk the indoor track. Take advantage of our free wellness consultations, fantastic personal training options, free child watch for household members, and so much more. Call 636-931-9622, visit gwrymca.org, or stop by the Y today.
Out of their own timeout, St. Paul with possession. They trail 6-0 here, 5.5 left first quarter. Briley Durbin gives it back middle of the floor, now gets it right back from Holly Davis. has it on the right wing. A little 2-3 zone shown defensively by St. Vincent. Davis lobs at high post area to Carroll, throws it on the block. Open is Petty, takes the jumper from the left block, doesn't go. Rebound tapped around. Davis comes up with it, throws up the floater from 5 feet, and it goes. Good hustle there, leads to the first bucket of the night for St. Paul from Holly Davis. They're down 6-2. Cates crossover dribble to get it across half court, throws it over to Leip on the wing, gets it right back. Now they swing it top of the key area. Genevieve Leip. Cates with it back left wing. Lob at Mary Schwartz between the wheels. No look pass right back to Cates. Head fakes and then tries to pull up off the bounce. But they say that pump fake, there was a little too much pump in it, and she walks. So travel gives it back to St. Paul, who out of that timeout that Andy Sherrell called here in the opening minutes. Showed a little full court pressure defensively for the first time tonight. Durbin will bring it across the timeline here for this possession. Throws to the elbow. Carroll spinning, looking for somebody to throw to baseline. Just gives it back out. Left wing Davis over to Durbin. Now back in the left corner. This is Ames. Goes baseline, cuts, throws up a runner with the left hand. No good. Rebound defensively picked up inside by Mary Schwartz. St. Vincent coming back the other way. Genevieve Leip running the show. Gives it off right wing to Schwartz. Near side of the floor with it is Megan Leip now. They swing it back around left wing over to Genevieve. Tried to lob it on the block to Best, nothing there. Gets it back from Megan Leip after a quick touch. Now throw it back middle of the floor to Mary Schwartz. Halfway through the first quarter, St. Vincent leads 6-2. Pass deflected by Durbin, knocked it away from Megan Leip. Here's Cates with that pump fake on the left wing, pulls up for the dribble jumper and got fouled. Exactly halfway through this first quarter, 4 minutes remaining. We get a reach-in foul on St. Paul. I think they got that on Petty. So Cates, who has already hit a pair tonight, hits every part of the rim and the backboard and gets the free throw to roll home. I mentioned she's averaging 9 a game, a team high. She's off to a 5-point start to this evening. Second free throw coming for the 5'3" sophomore, and it will 5'4" sophomore, and it rolls home. Doesn't matter how tall she is. She's a heck of a ball player. She's got 6 points early. St. Vincent leads by 6. Durbin has it on the right wing, gets it right back after a quick touch from Molly Clements into the game for the first time tonight. Clements gets it back from Ames now and has it middle of the floor. Right wing Durbin, lob it on the elbow area to Carroll, back to Clements, swing it left corner. Petty puts it on the deck with the right hand, bounce pass to the wing and to Clements, come right back near side to Durbin. Petty shows in the high post, gets the catch, but then has the ball knocked out of her hands by Genevieve Leip. St. Vincent quickly the other way. Leip trying to get to the rim in transition. Ball's knocked out of her hands by Petty in the middle of the paint. Tries to throw it back into the corner, and before that we have a reach-in foul. They get Petty for the reach-in. That's 4 team fouls here in the first quarter on St. Paul, and I think that's the second on Petty. Inbounds, open in the corner is Schwartz. Head fakes a 3, gives off in the elbow area to Best, but then she tried to lob it here on the near sideline to Genevieve Leip and threw it over her head out of bounds. Neither of these teams are an explosive offensive bunch. As we mentioned, coming in, St. Paul averages just over 43 points a game. St. Vincent averages 41.5 per contest. St. Paul as a team shoots it at just 30% from the field. Both teams pride themselves on their defense. St. Vincent's got the 8-2 lead here. 3 minutes left opening period. Durbin tried to throw it high post, gives it off left wing to Clements. Now swing it right wing area, cross court to Ames. Putting it on the deck, gives it back on the wing to Durbin. As they pull it out and try to probe through the zone defense. Ball got knocked loose initially by Leip. She comes up with it. Genevieve Leip has an easy open lane to the bucket. Couldn't finish at the rim uncontested with the left hand. Ball gets knocked around after the miss, goes out of bounds on the sideline. They're going to say it was last off of St. Paul. Genevieve Leip knocked the ball loose. Addie Cates got on the floor, got to it, and threw it to her in transition. She had an easy, uncontested look at the rim, but couldn't finish. She'll inbound, though, off the deflection out of bounds, gets it to Mary Schwartz, and gets it right back on the right wing. Genevieve Leip looking for something to come open. Cates cuts back to the basketball between the wheels. Back to Leip on the right wing. 2.5 left first quarter. Indians up 8-2. In the corner, far side of the floor with it, Megan Leip. She tried to throw it in the high post area to Best. Ball gets knocked loose, though. Durbin has it. Off the steal. Durbin trying to go coast to coast. In the middle of the paint. Right-hand floater doesn't go. Carroll gets an offensive rebound, and Izzy Carroll puts it up and in. Isabel Carroll doing a nice job to get down the floor and clean up there. Not an explosive offensive force, despite being a force inside the 5'10" senior forward, or 6 foot even senior forward, averages just shy of 5 points and 6 rebounds per game. Here's a catch and shoot right wing three. Addie Cates, a little too long. Long rebound bounces out to Durbin. St. Paul back the other way. Less than 2 minutes left first quarter. They're down 4. Durbin tries to go coast to coast. Throws up a runner with the right hand on the left block. No good. Rebound picked up inside. Olivia Ayers into the game for the first time tonight for St. Paul. She can't throw it up and in. And eventually it's cleared defensively by Megan Light. Right wing, Cates throws it over to Schwartz. Now gives it off after a pump fake on a handoff to Schwartz. Throw it high post area to Best. Turn around face up, but before she can throw a jumper up in the middle of the paint, they say she walked. Picked up her pivot foot, turning back to the basket. So turnover back to St. Paul. Giants, their 2 leading scorers on the year who are averaging double figures, Durbin and Ames, have yet to get in the box tonight. Here's Petty, high post area, gives it out. Here's a catch and shoot right wing three. A little too long for Durbin. Olivia Ayers got another offensive board, though. Bounce pass back out to Durbin as they reset. Throws it in the high post area, left elbow to Petty. Swings it out on the wing, far near side of the floor rather than Ames. Exactly a minute left first quarter. St. Paul down 8-4. Durbin resets the offense, pulling it back out at the top of the arc with a right-hand dribble. Against the 2-3 zone defense. High post area, Carroll spinning back middle of the paint. Nothing there. Kicks out in the corner, Ames. Head fakes, drives baseline. Throws up a runner from 10 feet. It doesn't go. Rebound tapped around. They're going to say a whistle and a foul. They get Izzy Carroll for over the back, which might have just come as a product of her being taller than everybody else on the floor more than anything egregious she did. Sub made for St. Paul. Riley Petty takes a seat. Molly Dietrich comes in her place. Great job breaking the full court pressure. Best finds Life on the left block. They try to throw it back to Best here near side of the floor. Ball gets deflected out of bounds. That was good passing against full court pressure for St. Vincent. Genevieve Life on the inbounds, gives it on the right corner to Mary Schwartz. She head fakes a three and pulls it back out. 30 seconds and counting left first quarter. Left wing, Addie Cates tries to throw it back top of the key. Schwartz wasn't ready, does get it though. Now back to the left wing and Eights. Now between the wheels to Life. Schwartz head fakes on the right wing. Now pulls the trigger for three and knocks it down. Mary Schwartz rattles home a triple. St. Genevieve's lead is 11-4, largest of the night. Final 12 seconds of the quarter. Durbin, lob it high post to Carroll. Nothing there on the far side. Tries to throw a baseline to a cutting Dietrich. It's deflected, taken away by Megan Lipe. Down to 3 seconds, down to 2. Lipe across half court. The heave at the buzzer. Almost rimmed in on the backboard, but didn't quite go. Good look there at the end by Megan Lipe, but the first quarter comes to a close with that miss. St. Vincent has the advantage. They expect a lot of defense tonight. We're getting it through these first quarter of action. Indians lead St. Paul 11-4 after one here in Perryville. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Well, let's check in with Josh Harris now at Midwest Sports Center in Farmington, Poplar Bluff, and Festus. And Josh, I understand the selection of off-road, on-the-road, or on-the-water vehicles is really great right now.
Yeah, you know what? This time of year we try and stock up, Mark, and get ready for the riding season. But right now they've got huge rebates out. Rebates up to $3,000 on select products. Stop in and see us. We have 3 great locations to serve you. If you're up north, we've got it at Festus and Farmington, and now in Poplar Bluff.
You can enjoy a hot tub year-round, but nothing beats slipping into a hot tub when it's chilly out. Hi, I'm Megan Osbar, manager of Home Pools and Spas in Leadington. When you invest in a hot tub, you're investing in relaxation and therapy for your family. We can get you and your family into a new hot tub, and we can service your existing hot tub. Any brand, model, or year. Find us online at homepoolsandspas.net and on the outer road just south of the Leadington exit.
We welcome back to coverage of high school basketball on regional radio and the MyMo Info Sports Stream, brought to you in part by Gilster Mary Lee of Perryville and Hearing Care Partners in Farmington. Try to let you know about some high school basketball coming your way in the coming days on regional radio, and we check that Hearing Care Partners broadcast schedule a little later on in the ball game. Here as we start the second quarter in Perryville, St. Vincent has the 11-4 lead on St. Paul. Genevieve Lipe, after a miss by the Giants, brings it the other way. Left wing gets it right back cross court, but the pass from Addie Cates is stolen. Izzy Carroll comes up with it, tries to go coast to coast, spinning in the paint, throws it back to Briley Durbin. She puts up a shot from about 6 feet. It's short. Cleared inside by Lacey Best. Tied for the team lead in rebounds with 7 per game for St. Vincent. So Indians back the other way. Mary Schwartz gives off left wing to Cates. Nothing open. Cutting on the baseline. Megan Leip left open. Takes the jumper from the baseline. No good. Rebound tapped around. St. Paul eventually comes up with it. Carroll brought it down. Gives it off to Durbin. The freshman gets it across half court. Left wing Holly Davis. Swing it in the near side corner. Far side of the floor from where we are. That's Dietrich. Now come back right wing to Durbin. Throws it baseline to Carroll. Nice catch on a loose ball. But then her pass cross court gets deflected and stolen. Addie Cates comes up with it for St. Vincent. Gives middle of the floor to Genevieve Leip. Gets it right back on the left wing. St. Paul also employing, like St. Vincent, a 2-3 zone defensively. Genevieve Leip, lob it middle of the floor for Cates. Now swing it far side wing to Schwartz. Now back to Leip. Quick swing by the pass as Cates throws it in the corner to Megan Leip. Throws it middle of the floor to Best. Best with a turnaround jumper from about 8 feet will roll home. Lacey Best tied for a team high in scoring this year, averaging about 9 a game, has her first bucket tonight. St. Vincent has its largest lead, 13-4. Left wing Molly Dietrich for St. Paul pulls it out with a right-hand dribble with nothing to pass to. Now Davis gives right wing over to Durbin. She puts it on the deck with the left hand, spins back to her right, has to probe the defense for a moment, then pulls it out. Throw it in the block. This is Carroll trying to get inside to Petty, who posts up. Riley Petty turns to her right hand, throws up a shot with the right hand. No good, but she got fouled. They call it on Lacey Best, which I believe is the first foul committed by St. Vincent in this game. They didn't have one in the opening quarter. Riley Petty, who has really emerged, as we mentioned in pregame the last couple of weeks for St. Paul, knocking down the first of 2 free throws. She's averaging now 7.5 points per game, 5.7 rebounds per contest, shoots 51% from the field. The lone bugaboo really yet in her game is free throw shooting. 44% on the year. She hits the first of 2. Second one, though, rolls off the side of the iron, no good. So split the pair. St. Paul cuts the deficit to 13-5 here. 5:45 left in the first half. Swinging around against the zone defense, middle of the floor with it. Schwartz now gives off Genevieve Leip on the right wing. Bounce pass between the wheels to Cates. Gets it right back here near side. Thought about throwing it high post, gives it off to Schwartz. Head fakes a 3, puts it on the deck, but trying to rip her way around the defense, has the ball knocked out of her hands. Still fighting for the loose ball on the right block. We got a whistle and a reach-in foul. They get it on Riley Petty. It's at least her second personal. Lob it on the right block. Open is Lacey Best for the lob, and she throws it up and in. Lacey Best starting to come alive now, and St. Vincent starting to extend a little bit of control. They're up 15-5, 5 minutes left first half. Durbin back to the middle of the floor to Davis. Throws it on the block to Carroll, posting up left side. Nearly has the ball knocked out of her hands, does, and then as they fight for it on the baseline, we got a reach-in foul. It is going to be on, I think, Best, which would be her second. Inbounds coming for St. Paul. Durbin tries to lob it into Carroll, gets it to her, throws it high off the glass with the left hand and in. Isabel Carroll was kind of off balance, but still managed to put that one up and in there. She's got 4 to pace the Giants here early. St. Paul still trails 15-7. Extended from the far side wing with it is Lacey Best, gives off to Mary Schwartz. Now she gives off right-hand side to Genevieve Leip. Bounce pass to Cates, tried to throw it back left side, ball deflected by Durbin, and Kate makes the steal. Comes up with the ball in the other side of the backcourt, throws it off a defender's leg after she was double-teamed, picking up her dribble along the sidelines. So out of bounds back to St. Paul as the Giants make a sub. Riley Petty, who I think playing with 3 personal fouls in this first half, sits down. Junior Olivia Ayers comes in her place. Right wing on the inbounds. Holly Davis tried to throw it back to Ayers. Ball gets just thrown away on the sideline out of bounds. Right in front of that St. Genevieve bench and their longtime head coach, Gary Pointer. St. Paul shows a little full court pressure defensively. They've done it at times here tonight, man-to-man. But Mary Schwartz will get it across half court. Bounce pass to the wing to Best. And she gets it right back with 4.5 left in the first half. Indians up 8. Megan Leip on the baseline, throws it left wing over to Addie Cates. Lobs it back near midcourt, nearly turned over. Instead, Genevieve Leip comes up with it, gives it off the right wing. Mary Schwartz off the dribble, will step into a 3 and splash it home. Mary Schwartz's second triple. And it is the largest lead of the night again for St. Vincent, 18-7. Nice catch on the elbow by Carroll on the lob pass. Gets to her right hand, turns, throws up a runner. No good, but got fouled. It's a nice play there by Izzy Carroll. It's cutting to the bucket. They get a reach-in foul on Mary Schwartz, which would be her first. Isabel Carroll coming into tonight. Very good free throw shooter, 60%. And she hits the first two. As subs are made, Holly Davis takes a seat. Molly Clements comes in her place for St. Paul. Second free throw by Carroll will roll around the left side of the rim, but then roll home. She's got 6 to lead the Giants. And they're back within single digits, down 18-9. Against the full court pressure, a little 2-1-2 zone. Schwartz cross court, far side of the floor to Cates, but then she tries to throw it up ahead to Megan Leip, and it's off her hands, out of bounds. St. Paul, who really got their winning ways of late, started all the way back on on December the 21st, final game of the First State Community Bank Holiday Classic when they beat Meadow Heights convincingly. Lobbing on the left block for Paige Ames from Durbin, throws it up with the left hand, and it's good. There's Paige Ames, first bucket of the night. She averages 10 a game. St. Paul down 18-11. Mentioned that win against Meadow Heights starting a run. They've won 7 of their last 10. A big win at home over Lesterville back on January the 7th, a district opponent. That might mean a lot for seeding if they can keep winning going down the stretch. Lob it left block area in the paint. This is Addie Cates, and there's a reach-in foul. And it's team foul number 7 of the half on St. Paul. So Cates, who was 4 for 4 in the opening quarter of play at the charity stripe, tied with Isabel Carroll for a game-high 6 points, has a 1-and-1. Nothing but nylon on the first 2. You heard Gary Pointer bring it up in pregame. She has been a star for this team and a big scoring weapon for them all season, not just of late when they'd won back-to-back games to snap a 4-game losing streak to get back to 7-8. So a pair good there for Cates. She's now got a game-high 8, and the St. Vincent lead is 9 with 3 minutes left in the first half. Molly Clements with it, other side of half court, throws it over to Riley Durbin on the right wing, puts on the deck with the left hand, probing, finds a little space, gets to the rim, throws it up with the right hand off the glass, good, counted in a foul. Nice move to the bucket by Riley Durbin. First of the night for St. Paul's leading scorer on the year. They needed that one. And she draws a foul to boot. First free throw, or the and one free throw rather, no good, off the back iron. So it stays a 7-point St. Vincent lead, 20-13. 2:45 left first half. Midwest Sports Center halftime show coming up to recap what has occurred here in the opening half in Perryville. Look ahead to some other games that will be coming up in our regional radio broadcast schedule the next couple nights. Here's a whistle for a tie ball. Possession arrow gives it to St. Vincent. They'll have the inbounds underneath the bucket, their attacking baseline. Throw it in the left wing. It's a catch and shoot 3 for Addie Cates. It's off the side of the iron, no good. Long rebound out to Mary Schwartz, though. St. Vincent keeps it. Swinging out back to the middle of the floor and resetting the offense is Genevieve Leip. She gives off on a right wing over to Cates. Back to Schwartz. Thought about 3. Instead gives it back right wing to Cates. Tried to throw it near midcourt. Pass stolen. Briley Durbin comes up with it. Little rip move over Leip leads to a reach-in foul as she was going to the bucket. That's a heck of a move by Briley Durbin, and the thing she does exceptionally well, pester defenses. She averages 2.5 steals per game, and in her best games this year, she's been up near the 5 or 6 steal mark. She's got a couple in this first half, and Gary Pointer upset with how his team's handling the basketball against the talented freshman St. Paul point guard Durbin, calls a timeout. Timeout brought to you by Patsy's Furniture. 2:19 left in the first half. St. Vincent 20, St. Paul 13. Back in a moment. This is high school girls basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Looking for Mineral Area College spirit wear, trendy college wear, school supplies, art supplies? In the market for a new laptop computer or other electronics? Check out our expanded bookstore on Mineral Area College's Park Hills campus. Not sure what to buy? A gift card might be just the thing for the Mac student in your life. Visit Mineral Area College's bookstore today on the Park Hills campus near the Leadington Park Hills exit. It starts here. Mineral Area College.
For 57 years, the staff at Farmington Presbyterian Manor have dedicated ourselves to providing our community the best independent living, assisted living, skilled nursing, memory care, and short-term rehab. We are proud to be part of the Parkland community and provide the quality health care you deserve. Call 573-756-6768 today and schedule a visit to find out more about Farmington Presbyterian Manor.
Welcome back to coverage of high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream, brought to you by Jefferson College in Hillsboro and Lucas Smith Chrysler Center in Festus. Down by as much as 11, the St. Paul Giants are climbing back. Riley Durbin out of a timeout hits a pair of free throws for the Giants. She's got 4 points all in this second quarter, and they only trail 20-15 here with 2 minutes left in the first half. Breaking a little full court pressure, Addie Cates gets it across and gets it right back from Megan Light for the Indians. Swings it here near side wing to Mary Schwartz. Now throws it back middle of the floor. First person off the bench we've seen tonight for St. Vincent. Reese Barber gives it off left wing. Cates head fakes, puts it on the deck, throws it on a bounce to another sub into the game for the first time tonight, Hannah Riney. Nothing there on the baseline for Light, though. They go back out top of the key area to Schwartz. Pulling the trigger, left wing for three is Cates. It's a little short. Durbin gets the rebound. St. Paul back the other way. Riley Durbin probing, tried to throw it baseline inside to Emily Snyder. She wasn't ready. Ball gets stolen away inside by Megan Light. Barbara will get it across half court for St. Vincent. Gives it middle of the floor to Cates. On the right wing is Schwartz. Pumps the pass. Now throws back middle of the floor to Barber. Head fake Schwartz. Cross court left wing over to Barber. Trying to get something open on the block. Throws it back middle of the floor for Cates. Back over on the wing. Over to Schwartz here near side of the floor. A little less than a minute and a half left in the first half. St. Vincent once up 11. Only down up 5 at the moment. Head faking Schwartz. Drives baseline. Gets to her right hand. But before she could throw a shot up, we say whistle for a foul. It will be St. Paul basketball with 1:06 and counting left in the first half of play. Riley Durbin lobs it high post area to Petty, swings it out. Holly Davis is open right wing for three, but her triple is way long. Off the backboard, no good. Barber the rebound, and then she lost her handle of the basketball right before she was about to get across half court. So they call her for a double dribble, which means St. Paul gets it back with less than a minute to play down here in the second quarter. Down by 5. Right wing with it. Paige Ames from Durbin. Swing it middle of the floor. Davis left open. Probed the zone defense. Kicks out to Durbin. She'll pull the trigger on a top of the key three and knock it down. Riley Durbin coming alive in the second quarter. All 7 of her points in this period, and St. Paul's only down by 2. Final 30 seconds of the half, and now it's thrown away by Reese Barber on the sideline on the far side of the floor. So the Giants get it back here at the end of the half now with a chance to tie or take the lead for the first time tonight. Durbin will get it on the inbounds and bring it across half court herself. Gives off extended from the right wing to Davis. They lob it back to Durbin, who nearly loses it. Gets it, drives baseline, now throws it back out. 12 seconds left to Davis. Swing it in the corner. Snyder open on the baseline. Pulls the trigger on a jumper with 10 seconds. It's airmailed. Rebound Barber, throwing it ahead with 5 seconds in transition to Schwartz. Ball knocked out of her hands with 2.9 seconds left. As she was about to cut baseline, they call a reach-in foul on Holly Davis. It'll be at least her second personal. And St. Vincent is in the bonus, but just the 1-and-1 at the moment. So Mary Schwartz, who has a pair of three-pointers tonight, going to try to push that St. Vincent lead back out to more than a score here. First free throw, good. She'll earn the back half. That one nestled home inside the net. Midwest Sports Center halftime show coming up here in a few moments. When this first half ends, we got 2.9 seconds left in the half. Second free throw for Schwartz. This will rattle home as well. Ames will throw it in over to Durbin. She'll try and get it across half court with 1 second. Half court heave at the buzzer is good! Riley Durbin from midcourt. Nothing but nylon. And St. Paul goes to halftime only down 1. Wow! What a second quarter for the electrifying freshman. And she caps it with a highlight reel half-court heave. Down by as much as 11 in that first half, St. Paul has rallied on the back of their freshman point guard, Briley Durbin. 10 points came all in that second quarter. St. Vincent's lead is just 22-21 here at the break. The Midwest Sports Center halftime show is coming up on the other side of this timeout. You're listening to high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Hey, if you haven't been to Patsy's Furniture in Park Hills lately, then you haven't been to Patsy's Furniture. Man, the selection is as good now as it's ever been. And that's saying something. Seriously, stop by and say hi to Chris and Jamie. The first thing you'll notice is just how nice they are. They won't hard sell you at all. They'll just let you look around and offer you help when you need it. And we're talking about really nice furniture, too, from some of the best-known brand names in the business. Hey, maybe that's why Patsy's Furniture is my only stop when I do my furniture shopping. Patsy's Furniture, right off Highway 67 at the Parkway Drive exit. You'll love to shop at Patsy's.
There's no need to be scared of flu season. Just say boo to the flu and head over to Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy for your flu shot. It's the perfect way to protect you and your family, and no appointment is necessary. Just pop in when you have time, and we will have you on your way in just a few minutes. Cash prices are available, or we're happy to bill your insurance. We know you have better things to do than be stuck at home with a nasty case of the flu. Come see us at Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy in Deloge, Fredericktown, Ironton, and Farmington.
When it's all said and done, what really matters? For Serenity Hospice Care patient Jack, hospice isn't about giving up. It's not about the end. It's about right now. It's about spending precious time with the people we love.
Come on, Grandpa.
And the little moments that create lasting memories. It's focusing on what's important to you and remembering life is beautiful in all stages.
Eating good in the neighborhood at Applebee's sounds so good, doesn't it? Hi, I'm Amy Cousins, General Manager of Applebee's in Farmington. You and a friend can start with 2 side salads or an appetizer to share, then choose any 2 full-size entree from the 2 for $20 dinner lunch menu. Or pick 2 items to create your own combo meal from the classic or signature lunch combo menu. Soups, salads, chicken feet, a roll-up, clubhouse grill, or chicken tenders. There's so much to choose from, and it's all under $10. Dine in or call it in. Applebee's on Karsh Boulevard in Farmington.
Welcome to the Midwest Sports Center halftime show on Regional Radio.
This is Josh Harris, the owner of Midwest Sports Center in Farmington. Remember, for all of your on-the-road, off-the-road, or on-the-water fun, come and see us, Midwest Sports Center in Farmington.
Midwest Sports Center halftime show. Stop by, see Josh and the gang at Midwest Sports Center today on Walker Drive in Farmington. Kawasaki, Suzuki, Polaris, Can-Am, Spider, and Sea-Doo. Like them on Facebook or shop them online at Midwest Sports Center. On the road, off the road, or in the water, Midwest Sports Center has it all.
Ames will throw it in over to Durbin. She'll try and get it across half court with 1 second. Half court heave at the buzzer is good! Briley Durbin from midcourt, nothing but nylon. And St. Paul goes to halftime only down 1. Wow! What a second quarter for the electrifying freshman. And she caps it with a highlight reel half-court heave. And as a result of that play at the end of the first half, which is tonight's play of the game, brought to you by the Doe Run Company, providing the minerals and metals we need to power our future. The St. Vincent lead, just 22-21 over St. Paul here in Perryville. We welcome you into the Midwest Sports Center halftime show here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream, part of high school basketball coverage on Regional Radio, which is brought to you in part by Midwest Sports Center in Farmington and New Era Bank in Farmington, Park Hills, Deloge, and Bonne Terre. St. Vincent had as large as an 11-point lead in that first half. Mostly came in the early stages of the second quarter when they went up 18-7, as a matter of fact. And yet, how about the close to the first half for St. Paul? A 14-4 run, including all 10 of the points that Briley Durbin has scored a game high coming in that second quarter for the Giants, and that includes that half-court heave. Pair of three-pointers in total for the talented freshman point guard for St. Paul. Their scoring totals in that first half for the Giants: 6 from senior forward Isabel Carroll, 2 each from Paige James and Holly Davis, and 1 point at the free throw line from Riley Petty, rounding out the scoring for the 10-8 Giants. St. Vincent was led by 8 points from Addie Kate. Six of that came in the first quarter. We got 7 from Mary Schwartz, including a pair of 3-pointers, 4 from Lacey Best, and 2 from Megan Leip. That rounds out the scoring for the 7-8 Indians. Really impressive rally for St. Paul, who, as we mentioned, has won 7 out of their last 10 and is trying to earn back-to-back wins for the first time since the beginning of the month, when they knocked off Lesterville and Scott City in back-to-back days. A big part of the run of success that they have had, even though we mentioned they have been successful, haven't strung back-to-back together wins in about 2-3 weeks. So we'll see if they can get it done here tonight. We mentioned double-digit deficit in that first half. They're only down 1 here at the break. Let's take a look at your sports broadcast schedule, brought to you by Hearing Care Partners. They listen so you can hear, to let you know about other high school hoops that you'll be able to get a chance to listen to this coming week as it wraps up on regional radio. That includes coverage from the Bruce Thomas Tournament over in Herculaneum tomorrow night. They've got the semifinals. Coverage will start at 6:45 before that doubleheader of games over on AM 1400 KGF. J98 will be hosting a Titanic showdown in the MAAA Large School Girls Division as St. Genevieve, unbeaten on the season, will take on the Central Rebels, who, like the Dragons, have been ranked in the top 10 in the state in Class 4 at points this season. That'll be a game that maybe determines who gets the number 1 seed come this year's MAAA tournament. And we'll have that game for you tomorrow night with pregame starting at 7:15, tip-off at 7:30. That'll be over on 98.5 FM, J at 98. We hope that you tune in for the second half here, because we think we're going to have a good one. St. Paul has rallied. They're only down 22-21 to St. Vincent here at the break. Third quarter action coming up in just a moment. Thanks for tuning into the Midwest Sports Center halftime show, but we'll start the third quarter after this break. You're listening to high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Dear Cabin Fever, we've got the cure to cool you down, and it all starts with a new 2020 Toyota. When winter says, stay home under a blanket, the Camry comes out to play. The 2020 Corolla is hotter than ever, with tons of tech to keep you plugged into your favorite apps, music, and more. Snowy hills don't stand a chance against the RAV4's available all-wheel drive with multi-terrain select. And with over 200 horses under the hood, RAV4 weathers the toughest storms. Grab the family, hop in the Highlander, and go build some snowmen. Everyone will be comfy with available heated front seats and cushy seating for up to 8. With 11 all-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive models to choose from, Toyota will get you everywhere you need to be this season. See you in the snow. Toyota. Let's go places.
See Twin City Toyota, I-55 at the Herculaneum Auto Mall exit, or visit them online at twincitytoyota.com.
Rolling hills, wooded forest, pasture, crops. If you've ever dreamed of having a place of your own in the country, we can help. So get back to your roots and back to the country with a fixed rate loan from First State Community Bank and our partner, Farmer Mac. We'll work hard to find the right financing for your recreational property. See the team today or visit fscb.com for more information. First State Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back for the start of the second half here for coverage of high school basketball on regional radio and the MyMo Info Sports Stream. It's brought to you in part by Mineral Area College in Park Hills and the Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy, Farmington, Deloge, Fredericktown, and Ironton. I mentioned this in pregame, but it's worth mentioning again. The St. Paul Giants under head coach Andy Sherrell outpacing last year's win total already this season. They won just 9 games all of last season, and through 18, they're 10-8, knocking that win total aside. Their last time out 2 weeks ago today. I mentioned they played Valley of Caledonia in pregame. That was actually a slip of the tongue. Their last game was 2 weeks ago today exactly. They beat by Burnham 59-43. So they've had a while off since that kind of milestone victory. But after showing some signs of rust in the first quarter and early parts of the second quarter, they rolled with a 14-4 run to end the first half, and they're only down here 22-21 at St. Vincent in Perryville. As they get the basketball to start the second half, Giants in their road maroon will attack the bucket nearest us as we're sitting on a stage above everything. Izzy Carroll throws it on the block to a wide open Riley Petty posting up on the left side. She lays it up and in. First field goal of the night for Petty, who's averaging 7.5 points a game. She's got 3 points in total. And St. Paul, with that bucket, takes its first lead of the night, 23-22, right away to start the second half. And immediately on defense, they force a turnover as the ball is thrown away on the baseline. So the Giants, after a slow start, have figured it all out, and they're on top for the first time tonight, back with possession of it. Olivia Ayers left open, free throw line area, pulls up for a jumper. It's no good. Rebound cleared defensively by Genevieve Leip. As St. Vincent in their home white with blue stripes on the shoulders and on the shorts, blue numbers and letters with gold trim. Back to it, Addie Cates, leading scorer tonight for St. Vincent with 8 points. Gives it off to Mary Schwartz. She throws it back middle of the floor to Leip. Give it out right wing, Schwartz, head fakes. Thought about pulling up for a jumper off the bounce. Gives it to Cates. She head fakes a three on the opposite side wing. Back to Leip on the left-hand side. Now bounce pass between the wheels to Schwartz. Over to Capes, throws it baseline to Megan Leip, gets it back, catches and shoots for three, and it rolls home. Addie Cates hits her first from beyond the arc tonight. She'd hit a long two-pointer earlier and was 6 of 6 at the free throw line. That one makes it a 25-23 St. Vincent lead. Paige Ames with it left wing, gives back middle of the floor. Olivia Ayers starts the second half in the place of Holly Davis. Petty from the high post kicks out the left wing to Ayers. She'll pull the trigger for three. It's no good. Rebounds long and tapped around, and we got a whistle for a reach-in foul. They get Paige Ames for the bump. Fighting for that loose ball rebound. Should be just her first personal. We don't have the scoreboard in front of us with the foul totals, so we're going to be guessing, unfortunately, here the rest of the way. Minute and a half into the second half, St. Vincent up 2. Cates breaks the full court pressure, gets it off left wing to Schwartz, throws it baseline to Lacey Best, head fakes, runner across the lane with the right hand, no good. Rebound cleared defensively by Petty. St. Paul coming back here, near side of the floor. Durbin with it, gives it off left wing over to Ayers. Thought about going back to Durbin, instead gives off in the corner to Ames. Cross court back right wing, Durbin puts it on the deck, attacks, throws a runner up with the right hand, the block no good. Carroll got the rebound, steps around defenders, puts it up back with the left hand and in. Izzy Carroll can be a force inside, and she's having a good night tonight. 8 points, averages about just shy of 5 a game. St. Paul's tied it back up at 25, 5.5 left third quarter. Cates give it in the right-hand corner to Megan Leip. Back top of the key to Genevieve. Now swing it left wing for Schwartz. Thought about a three, jab step. Now pulls the trigger and knocks it down. Mary Schwartz's third triple of the night. She's got 10. St. Vincent back in front, 28-25. Durbin. The right-hand dribble brings it here near side wing. Gives it to Ayers cross court. Now gets it right back. Pulls the trigger for a triple of her own. It's too long. Rebound picked up inside by Carroll. And after she went to get the basketball, she got fouled. They get it on Mary Schwartz. That would be at least her second personal. As we have a sub for St. Paul. Ayers will take a seat. Senior guard Emily Snyder replaces her. 5:12 left third quarter. Inbound Durbin. Left open on the left block is Petty, and she'll catch the lob and lay it up and in. Easy deuce there for Petty, who has 4 of her 5 points here in the second half. Giants are down 1. Schwartz gets it across the timeline in the pressure, gives off on the wing to Leip, throws it back out to Cates. She'll pull the trigger off the bounce for 3, but she airmailed it, and it rolls out of bounds on the baseline. It will be St. Paul basketball. Had a brief lead at the start of this third quarter, their first of the night. They're down 1, as they were at halftime, 28-27. Right wing with it, Emily Snyder pulls it back to the middle of the floor, gives it off to Petty here near side. Now cross-court left wing to Durbin, pumps, throws it to Ames on the block, spinning, little turnaround jumper, no good. Petty got the offensive rebound, throws it back up and in. Riley Petty, 6 points in this third quarter. Her first 3 field goals of the night, and she's given St. Paul a 29-28 lead, and quickly the other way after a blocked shot inside by Ames. Here come the Giants. Durbin across half court, halfway through the third quarter. With a right-hand dribble, gives it off here on the near side wing to Snyder. Thought about throwing high post, goes back, lobbing it on the left wing. Durbin makes the catch. Ames in the corner, throws it on the block to Carroll. Spinning back to her left hand, throws it up, no good. Good post position defensively inside by Lacey Best, made that a tough one. Indians back the other way. Leip gives on the right wing to Cates. Throw it baseline, Megan Leip posting up Best. Back out for a catch and shoot 3 for Cates on the right wing. It's no good. Best got the offensive board, though. They swing it back out in the corner. Mary Schwartz will try a left corner triple. That one's no good. Snyder clears defensively. St. Paul the other way. Durbin looking to push. Gets bumped in the front court. spins on the painted area, throws up a runner with the right hand, and it rolls home. Briley Durbin off kind of an odd spot with that loose ball, and will still throw one home. Quickly the other way in transition. Genevieve Leip and Megan Leip going back and forth. They're able to get it across. Leip has it between the wheels, gives off right wing to Cates. Throws it in the high post area to Best. She puts it on the deck with the right hand, and the runner won't go, but she got fouled. They got it on Isabel Carroll. They just say it's in the act of shooting as well. So Lacey Best goes to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Will not hit the first of two. It's off the back iron. Subs in mass in a lot of ways for St. Paul in this stoppage. Carroll, Ames, and Snyder all sit down. Holly Davis, Molly Clements, and Riley Dietering all back out there. Here's the second free throw for Best. This one is nothing but nylon, so she's got 5 points. It's 31-29. St. Paul on top. 3 minutes left, third quarter. Left wing with it with a right-hand dribble. Durbin throws it on the elbow. High post area to Petty. Put it on the deck. Gives it off on the far side wing to Davis. Pulls up for the jumper and banks it home. From the right elbow, Holly Davis banks home the mid-range jumper. Her second field goal. She's got 4. Largest lead of the night for St. Paul, 33-29, and now they force a turnover. Cates throws it away on the sidelines near side of the floor. So Giants get it back, and we'll get to go to work. Offensively, Durbin running the show, brings it across the timeline. Thought about attacking, now gives it off here near side right-hand wing to Davis. Durbin gets it right back on the left-hand side. Hands off to Clements. Nothing there, back to Durbin. Pulls it to the middle of the floor with a left-hand dribble. 2.5 left, third quarter. Petty from the high post area tries to spin and get to her left. Ball gets knocked loose. She goes to the floor and saves it, though. Great hustle by Petty. Gives to Durbin. Lobs it right back to Petty on the right block. Throws up a shot with the right hand, no good. And the ball knocked out of bounds on the baseline. They're going to say it's last off of St. Paul. Both Durbin and Giants head coach Andy Sherrell pretty convinced that somebody in white actually touched it last, but the Indians will get it. Face a little full court pressure. It's a 1-2-1-1 zone. Lobbing it ahead, though, Schwartz gets it to Lacey Best in transition. She'll give it on a bounce to Cates. She'll pull the trigger for a long 2 and airmail it, and it'll go out of bounds underneath the bucket. So Giants retain possession with their largest lead of the night, 33-29. They trailed by as much as 11 in that first half. Here's a steal at midcourt. Genevieve Leip takes it away from Durbin and then gets bumped on a reach-in foul from behind by Molly Clements. So St. Vincent defensively comes up with a play. Now they got to generate something on offense. They had 11 points in the first quarter, 11 in the second, and 7 in this third. So they're consistent, but they're not explosive. Right wing, getting it back after a quick touch from Megan Leip. This is Cates. Gets it right back after a quick touch from Genevieve Leip. Now throws it back middle of the floor. Pass cross court, tipped and deflected out of bounds by Durbin. Briley Durbin is not your typical freshman. She's 5'4", but she's long and athletic. Really good player to have at the top of a zone defense. Left wing off the inbounds with it. Schwartz gives it to Cates, middle of the floor. Genevieve Leip head fakes, puts it on the deck, goes baseline with the right hand, throws up a runner around contact, and it was a wild shot that had no chance and ends up deflecting off a St. Paul player out of bounds on the baseline. As we have a sub, Durbin gets her first, I think, rest of the whole game here with 1:23 left in the third quarter. Emily Snyder comes in her place. Lob it in, Best on the left block. Throw it into Leip, swinging out left wing. Pulling the trigger, Schwartz for 3, no good. Long rebound comes out to Holly Davis as St. Paul comes back the other way. How will their first offensive minutes without Durbin on the floor look? Davis throws it high post area. Petty spins, gets to her right hand, gets to the cup, lays it up and in. Pretty good is the answer to the question I had a moment ago. Riley Petty to the bucket. 8 of her 9 points have come in the third quarter. And St. Paul is cruising. After being down by 11 in that first half, they're up 39-25 here with 1 minute left in the third quarter. This timeout is brought to you by Patsy's Furniture. You're listening to high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Gateway Motors in Fredericktown, Missouri invites you to come on down and let us help you find your next vehicle. Purchasing a car, SUV, or truck can be an overwhelming experience. The Gateway crew will help you find the right vehicle for your personal or family needs. We offer 24-month or less, no-interest loans for qualified buyers. Come on down to 509 Lincoln Drive and let us help you find a reliable vehicle that fits your wallet.
Two defensive teams are starting to catch fire on offense. At least one is. St. Paul rolling at the moment. Giants have taken a 35-29 lead, but catch and shoot three out of a timeout for Mary Schwartz. No good for St. Vincent. Megan Leip down low, fights and gets the offensive board for the Indians, and then we have a bump. Whistle for a foul on Riley Petty, which I think might be her fourth personal. She's going to sub out and take a seat. Andy Sherrell heard me. It's three personals. She does take a seat in the place of Izzy Carroll, who blocks a shot immediately on the inbounds lob for Lacey Best, and the ball was deflected out of bounds on the baseline off of St. Vincent. Everything coming up St. Paul here. 44 seconds and counting left third quarter as the Giants bring it across half court. It's Holly Davis to run the show. Briley Durbin still sitting on the bench, getting a blow here before the third quarter ends. Right wing Snyder throws it high post to Carroll, over to Dietrich, pulls it out with a right hand dribble from the near side corner. Looking for something to come open. Dietrich gives it back near the timeline to Snyder. Now they go cross court back to the left wing, and Davis puts it on the deck. Little runner from 8 feet thrown up. Doesn't roll home off the glass. Defensive rebound picked up inside Best. St. Vincent the other way. 12 seconds and counting left in the quarter. Kick out. A catch and shoot three on the right wing for Cates, and she knocks it down. Will they say it's a three? No, they'll say it's a long two. Final 4 seconds of the quarter. Davis stuck in a double team. Dietrich near half court. Throws up a shot that's partially blocked. Wasn't going to get to the rim anyways, and the third quarter comes to an end. So Addie Cates knocks down a big shot there at the end of the period, but from down double digits in the first half, down one at halftime, St. Paul has taken a 35-31 lead over St. Vincent as we head to the fourth quarter. It's on the way after this timeout. You're listening to the high school basketball girls coverage right here on Regional Radio on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Flex Equipment was founded as a family-owned and operated business, where it remains to this day. Known best for selling exceptional equipment such as Case IH, Hustler, Vermeer, Cub Cadet, Massey Ferguson, and many more. Flex Equipment is a proven company with certified technicians and customer service where you're more than just a number. Our certified technicians can diagnose, troubleshoot, repair, and maintain your equipment. Not just one color, but every color. Even if you don't purchase your equipment here, we can provide you with the best service available and the largest selection of parts. As the months turn colder, it's time to service your equipment, get it ready for spring and summer. Winterize your equipment and tune up any equipment that you'll need over the winter. We do that here, and we do it well. If you're in the market for a new compact tractor, blades, whatever the need, see us here at Fliggs Equipment. Make us your first stop. Fliggs Equipment, Highway 32 in St. Genevieve, and on the Outer Service Road in Ludington. Online 24/7 at fliggs.com. Fliggs Equipment. Let our family serve your family.
Welcome you back to coverage of high school basketball on Regional Radio on the MyMo Info Sports Stream, brought to you by Prairie Farms, Presbyterian Manor, and Serenity Hospice Care, all in Farmington. St. Paul with a 35-31 lead. Isabel Carroll pulls up for a baseline jumper for the Giants here as we start the fourth quarter. It rolls in and out. Rebound cleared by St. Vincent. Defensively, Mary Schwartz gets it ahead on the right wing to Addie Cates. Gives it off Genevieve Leip. Now give it left wing. Schwartz will pull the trigger for a long 2, maybe 3, but it's no good. Carroll picks up the defensive rebound. Briley Durbin back in the game for St. Paul, coming the other way for the Giants. Attacks, throws up a runner with the left hand after the little hop step move around the defender, and she got fouled in the act of shooting. So the freshman heads to the free throw line. Durbin, who is 2 of 3 tonight at the line, just 41% in her first season with the Giants. She's perfect here, though. Nothing but nylon on the first of 2. Riley Durbin had 10 points all in the second quarter. She's now got 13 for the game. As the second free throw is going to rim in and out. Carroll gets the board, though, and throws it back up and in. Isabel Carroll with the offensive rebound off the missed free throw by Durbin. Carroll's got double figures, 10 points tonight. It's a 38-31 lead for St. Paul, their largest of the ballgame, with 6.5 to play. Give it off Cates, left wing to Schwartz, throwing it back middle of the floor. Now they swing it back to the right wing. Schwartz head fakes, puts it on the deck, sweeping across the lane. Left-handed runner, no good. Rebound defensively picked up inside by Petty. St. Paul comes back on offense. Durbin running the show, middle of the floor. Looking for something to come open against the 2-3 zone defensively for St. Vincent. They throw it high post, right elbow to Petty. Off a dribble, gives off on a handoff to Davis on the left wing. Now handed in the corner, far side of the floor. Ames puts it on the deck, probing. Now hand it back out left wing over to Durbin. St. Paul staying patient with the lead with 6 minutes to play. Trying to bounce pass at Ames, though, in the high post area to Petty. It's stolen, deflected by Genevieve Light. Looking to go coast to coast. Light gets to the rim, lays it in, and a foul. Genevieve Light, her first bucket of the night, a timely one. Comes up with a steal, a score, and a chance for a three-point play. Subs coming for both teams here. Davis takes a seat after getting called for the reach-in foul. Olivia Ayers takes her place. St. Vincent, meanwhile, sits Lacey Best and brings Hannah Riney, a junior, back into the game. And one free throw, no good for Life, so it's still a 38-33 St. Paul lead as they get the possession back. Durbin puts it on the deck, cuts to the left, throws up a runner with the left hand, no good. Tried to get her own rebound, though, but she was stuck on the baseline, and so when she touched the basketball, she was out of bounds. St. Paul will show the full court pressure defensively. 1-2-1-1 zone. Throw it middle of the floor. Schwartz over to Genevieve Lipe. Now to Cates. Crossover dribble, gives it back to Schwartz as she comes back here left-hand side of the floor. Schwartz gets it right back from Megan Lipe. Pulls it out middle of the floor to reset and run the offense. Give it right wing. Cates thought about stepping into a jumper. Throws it on a bounce baseline. Now they give it off to Riney in the high post. Jumper from 8 feet. Well short. Might have been partially blocked. Rebound picked up inside Ames. St. Paul back the other way. 5 minutes left, up 5. Durbin around the screen from Petty. Bounce it to Carroll. She'll go baseline. Drive to the rim. Lay it up and in with the left hand. They left Izzy Carroll an easy lane to the bucket. 6 points in each half for the senior forward. St. Paul back up 7. 5 minutes to go. Schwartz gives it over to Lipe in transition. Cates, right wing. Back to Lipe on the baseline. Back to Cates. Now they go middle of the floor to Genevieve Lipe. Schwartz head fakes. Puts it on the deck off a pump fake with the left-hand dribble. Trying to go left baseline and ends up drawing a reach-in foul on Paige Ames. So inbounds coming with 4:50 to go. Schwartz is left open left wing for a catch-and-shoot 3 on the inbounds, but she airmails it. And it'll go out of bounds on the baseline back to St. Paul. This would be the first time St. Paul has had back-to-back wins since December, end of December, when they beat Meadow Heights and Bourbon in a 10-day span. However, this would be also the 8th win they've had in their last 11 games. On the inbounds, facing full court pressure, a 1-2-2 zone. Izzy Carroll has it at midcourt and gives it to Bradley Durbin to get it across the timeline. Right corner, Riley Petty pulls it back out to the wing, nearly loses it, hands it off to Durbin with a little jab step, throws it back out. Paige Ames left open, top of the key, takes the 3. It's short off the front iron, rebound tapped around, comes out to Genevieve Lipe. She'll push it the other way for St. Vincent. Tried to throw it ahead, nearly had the ball stolen and deflected, so pulls it back out in the half court. 4:15 to go. St. Vincent down 7. Nice pass on the block by Riney to a cutting Cates in the paint, and the shot in the middle of the lane is blocked, but we've got a whistle for a foul. That's a blocking foul on Petty, who picks up number 4, sophomore forward who we mentioned, who has really become a standout player, has moved into the starting lineup the last couple weeks for St. Paul. Starting to get into foul trouble. Cates, meanwhile, stays perfect at the free throw line. She's now 7 of 7 tonight as she hits the first of 2. We have subs both ways. Petty takes a seat. Lydia Ayers comes in her place. Actually, just subs for St. Paul. As the second free throw is also good for Cates. So not only does she stay perfect at the free throw line, but she's now got 15 points tonight, which is a game high. It's a 40-35 game. St. Paul with possession and the lead, 4 minutes to go. Durbin pulls it back out with the right hand, now picked up a dribble, lobs it high post Carroll, spins, kicks out right wing. Ayers will pull the trigger on a catch and shoot 3. It's a little long. High arcing rebound finds its way over to Lipe. Megan gives off to Genevieve Lipe, who will bring it across half court. Gives it in the corner here near side of the floor. Cates head fakes. Thought about attacking off the dribble, and she lost her footing off the stop and pop. and turns it over with a travel. Now 3:40 exactly left. We'll have the Home Pools and Spas postgame show to wrap this thing up. When it's over, talk to both head coaches. Look ahead to other high school basketball coming your way on regional radio the next couple of days. Riley Durbin gets it across half court. Double team near the timeline. Throws it free throw line area to Carroll. Wide open was Dietrich on the block. She couldn't make a good pass, though, on that backdoor cut. Perfectly executed, just a missed pass by Carroll. Leads to a turnover for St. Paul. Indians getting it in. Schwartz gives it off to Genevieve Leip on a bounce after getting the inbounds. Leip puts her head down, goes to the rim, throws up a wild shot on the bottom of the backboard. It's no good. And then after she got the basketball back, she stepped on the baseline out of bounds. 40-35. St. Paul once trailed by as much as 11, 18-7 early second quarter. Carroll trying to break the pressure, throws it ahead to Dietrich. Ball's deflected. Megan Leip got her hand on it. It's still loose. Dietrich hustles to get it back, throws it away again, though, into the waiting arms of Addie Cates. Right-hand layup doesn't go in transition. Carroll gets the defensive rebound. St. Paul survives. Giants have it back. Less than 3 minutes to go, up 5. Durbin, little Euro step move. Shot blocked at the rim with the right hand, trying to get around Megan Leip. It goes out of bounds on the baseline, though. So Giants will keep it. As subs are made both ways, Lacey Best comes back in for Hannah Riney. Holly Davis in, take the place of Ayers. Durbin will inbound right underneath us here on the stage above everything. Gives it on left block, open. It's Dietrich, she'll lay it up and in. Perfect backdoor cut, excellent inbounds play called by Giants head coach Andy Sherrell. Leads to an easy bucket, back to a 7-point lead, 42-35, 2.5 to go. Here's a turnaround on the right block with the right hand by Lacey Best. She's fouled, so she's headed to the free throw line. They get it on Isabel Carroll. I think that's going to be her third personal. We're nearing territory for at least the 1-and-1 for St. Vincent, as the first free throw for Best is going to roll home. So she is now 2 of 3 at the line tonight. She averages about 9 points per game, tied for a team high. She has just 6 tonight. Sub made for St. Paul. Dietrich takes the seat. Here's your second free throw. This one is nothing but nylon as well. And before St. Paul goes back to work, we'll have a timeout called by Giants head coach Andy Sherrell. St. Paul has the lead. 2.5 to go, fourth quarter. 42-37 over St. Vincent here in Perryville. We remind you that coverage of high school basketball on regional radio is brought to you in part by Patsy's Furniture in Park Hills and Home Pools and Spas in Leadington. And, of course, we'll have the Home Pools and Spas postgame show coming up when this one is done tonight. Another reminder for you also that you can listen to this and all our games online at mymoinfo.com. In the case of our sports stream games, just click our logo there on the website, and that'll take you to our YouTube page where all the games are archived. That's courtesy of our friends at Coles Tractor and Equipment, home of LS Tractors. Lead the herd, don't just follow. That's Coles Tractor and Equipment on Highway 32 in Farmington. Think about how this season really was such a young bunch, even has proved to be a turning point in terms of consistent winning on some level for this St. Paul girls basketball program that Andy Sherrell has been around for a couple years now. And the resources that they have to deal with, such a small school pool, yet they have plenty of girls who want to come out and play, and they've turned themselves into really good players. And after a slow start tonight, they've been great here on the road. But now a turnover out of the timeout. A steal made by Genevieve Leip, taken away from Ames on the inbounds. Throws it on the baseline to Cates. Runner with the right hand, no good. Now Leip nearly got the offensive rebound. Had it stolen out of her hands by Holly Davis, but then they say trying to get position, she traveled. So St. Vincent ends up just getting it right back. Baseline, lob it. Best throws it up on the lob, got fouled. A chance for Lacey Best to make this a one-score game again at the free throw line. They got Izzy Carroll, which I believe is her fourth. 2:26 exactly left. Best is 3 of 4 at the line tonight. Make it 4 of 5. First of 2 here is nothing but nylon. She's now got 8 points this evening, and now is right at her season average of 9. She hits the second, and she has made it 42-39 with 2.5 to go. Davis against full court pressure, gets it to Durbin, ahead to Izzy Carroll across the timeline. Now back to Durbin, just extended from the left wing, far side of the floor. Durbin pulls it back between the wheels of the left-hand dribble, gives it off to Davis as they play aggressively in the 2-3 zone. Out on the right wing, Durbin Nearly double team, throws it back out to Ames, cross court over to Davis. Baseline, Petty's left open, takes a jumper, it's short. Rebound picked up inside defensively, cleared by Genevieve Leip. She'll go the other way in a hurry as we go under 2 minutes to play. Attacks the rim all by herself, and as she put her head down and went to the bucket, they blow the whistle and call a blocking foul. This one is team foul number 7. It's also the 5th on Isabel Carroll. So the senior forward, who's had a real good game tonight, 12 points, comes off the free throw holding her chest too. Took it real hard from Genevieve Leip there. They say this was in the act of shooting. So Leip to the free throw line, and after missing an and one attempt earlier, she's nothing but nylon here. St. Vincent, as a matter of fact, has now made their last 8 free throws. But then they missed the second one, does Leip, and a fight for the loose ball rebound leads to a tie ball. We got 1:55 exactly to go. It's down to a 2-point game. St. Paul up 42-40. They'll have possession here off the arrow. Ames on a bounce against full court pressure. Gets it to Durbin. Gets it right back. Tried to throw it middle of the floor to Holly Davis. Nearly stolen. Gets it ahead to Durbin. Pass deflected, trying to get it to Petty. And she attempted to save it on the baseline and ended up, did Petty, touching it before it went out of bounds. If she lets that go, St. Paul keeps it. Instead, it's St. Vincent basketball. Down by 2. They've been down by as much as 7 here in the second half. Genevieve Leip, bounce pass right wing, Addie Cates. Looking for something to come open. Gives it on a bounce to the baseline cutter, Megan Leip. Throws it on the right block to Lacey Best, who cuts to the bucket and lays it up and in. Lacey Best with the right hand ties it at 42, and now the ball nearly deflected and stolen away with full court pressure on the inbounds. St. Paul had a similar problem with foul trouble and turnovers late after building a huge lead in a win over Lesterville earlier this month. They ended up holding on, though, to beat the Bearcats. A big win at home, trying to score one here on the road. Ames lobs it ahead to Davis in the half court. Gives it off here in the right-hand corner to Petty. Back to Ames. And now they call her for traveling. As she head faked and tried to put it on the deck, the official behind her says she walked. That looked pretty clean. But it's St. Vincent basketball. 1:15 to go. This has been a game of momentum swings. St. Paul trailed by 11 early, cut it to 1 at halftime, took the lead in the third quarter, led by as much as 7 in the second half. St. Vincent has rallied, though. On a handoff, Schwartz gives it off to Cates on the right wing. Throw it on the block, posting up Best in the middle of the paint. Turns to her right hand, spinning in the paint. Throws up a shot around Ames and gets fouled. Paige James going to pick up her 3rd personal. And Lacey Best, who has hit 5 free throws in a row, will go to the line with a chance to give the Indians the lead with 1:01 to play. First one, nothing but nylon. How about Lacey Best? That is 6 free throws in a row, and she misses the second, though. So it's just a 1-point lead with a minute to play for St. Vincent. Davis gets it ahead. Durbin, Petty's left open in transition. Gets to the rim, lays it up and in. What a find by Briley Durbin in transition. And Riley Petty, left all alone at the bucket, puts it up and in. That is now 10 points in the second half for Petty, 11 for the game. And St. Paul in front, 44-43. With 52.9 seconds left. St. Vincent, at one point, had hit 7 free throws as a team in a row. And Lacey Best had hit 7 in a row, or 6 in a row, on her own before she missed that second free throw, which led to Holly Davis getting the long rebound. She gets double-teamed, throws it on the far side of the floor to Durbin, and the instinctive and talented freshman point guard who's had an explosive second quarter scoring that got St. Paul back in this game. She makes the play as a point guard with the assist there, finding Petty wide open in transition. And on the left block, she easily lays it up and in to put the Giants back up 44-43 with less than a minute to go. Indians do have possession, though, out of the timeout. Brought to you by Patsy's Furniture. Genevieve Leip gets it to Addie Cates. She will bring it across half court with a right-hand dribble. Back to Leip, top of the key, head fakes. Throws it in the corner. Schwartz head fakes a jumper. Now puts it on the deck. Gives back out right wing. Leip back to the top of there. Cates back to Leip, top of the key. Now back to Cates on the right wing. Megan Light cuts back to the basketball. They give it over to Cates. Head faking is Schwartz. Kick out to Cates with 30 seconds left. Pulls the trigger for three. It's short off the front iron. No good. Briley Durbin has the defensive rebound. Gets it ahead up to Paige James with 24 seconds left. Back to Durbin near midcourt. Defense trying to pressure and knock the ball away. Lob it ahead to Ames with 16 seconds. They throw it to Petty in the high post. Now back out over to Durbin with 13 seconds left. Now they look to try and foul, and instead it's stolen away. A steal by Megan Leip. She gets to the rim, and she lays it up and in with 4 seconds to go. Timeout called by St. Paul. They wanted a foul. They didn't get it. Megan Leip with the swipe, the bucket, and St. Vincent has the lead. What a play by the junior Megan Light. Pressuring defensively near midcourt, able to take it away from Briley Durbin. And St. Vincent snatching victory from the jaws of defeat perhaps. We've still got time for one more shot, 4.3 seconds left. St. Paul has it down one. And remember, Briley Durbin hit a half-court shot at the buzzer at halftime. She's going to get a good look. Somebody will for St. Paul here to wrap this one up tonight. To remind you that coverage of high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream is brought to you in part by Twin City Toyota and Herculaneum and the UPS store in Festus. What a wild back and forth game. Not a lot of points, which we didn't expect from these two teams that have struggled at times offensively but have been great defensively. We expected a low scoring affair. Certainly didn't think we'd get the wild swings of momentum we had where one team has controlled the game for long stretches, and St. Paul was controlling the game up until late here in the fourth quarter when the Indians rallied. They were down 38-31 at one point, and they're in the middle of a 14-7 run. The latest bucket, courtesy of Megan Leip, on a steal and a transition layup, has put them on top. As you can hear, obviously, there's a malfunction with the clock and the scoreboards. And it knocked the clock out. They've got the score back up, but they got to reset it to put 4.5 seconds on the clock. St. Paul doesn't have to go the length of the floor. They'll be inbounding at far sideline, about 10 feet from the baseline towards their bucket. As they do what they can to reset the clock here. And now they finally get it set at 4.3. And now we'll have our electrifying finish. And St. Paul gets something off here at the end. Paige James to inbound. Looks to throw in, nothing there. Whistle called for a timeout. Senior forward, alertly so, realizes that there was nobody open on that inbounds, and so St. Paul will talk it over to try and draw something up. The Giants have won 7 of their last 10. This one would be the most dramatic of those victories, though, other than maybe holding on at the end to beat Lesterville back on January the 7th, 62-54. The very next day, they knocked off a good Scott City team, 52-46. Last 3 wins have all been blowouts by at least double digits. This one going to come down to the wire if they want to keep it rolling. And as we mentioned, even though they've won 7 of their last 10, this would be, if they pull it off, the first back-to-back wins they've had since they beat Lesterville and Scott City in back-to-back days. For St. Vincent, this is about continuing to roll after a slow start to the season, particularly a slow middle patch where they had lost 4 in a row. They won back-to-back games in back-to-back days last week against Chaffee and Meadow Heights. And trying to get the win here to get back to 500 for the first time since early January. Out of the timeout. Here's your ball game. 4.3 seconds left. Ames will inbound. Looking for somebody to come open. Throws it ahead, and it's stolen. Megan Leip comes up with it with 3 seconds. Down to 2 seconds, down to 1. No foul. Ball game. buzzer sounds, and St. Vincent will survive. They led by 11 in the first half. Watch St. Paul cut that lead down, and then they trailed by 7 in the fourth quarter. And Megan Leip makes the play that wins it with a steal and a bucket on an easy layup. Took it away from the sure-handed freshman Briley Durbin, and St. Vincent literally steals a victory from St. Paul tonight here in Perryville, 45-44, your final. We'll wrap it up with the Midwest Sports Center, or the Home Pools and Spas post-game show coming up in just a moment, so stick around. You're listening to high school basketball on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
With the new year comes the resolution to living a healthier lifestyle. You're on your way when you put Farm Fresh Prairie Farms dairy products on your family's table. Wholesome, delicious dairy products like yogurt and cottage cheese, sour cream dips, and milk. Prairie Farms is farmer-owned and has delivered to your local grocer since 1938. Add Prairie Farms to your breakfast, lunch, or dinner table and be on your way to a healthier new year. Prairie Farms, dedicated farmers, happy cows, and good milk. The Doe Run Company, providing the minerals and metals we need to power our future.
Have you ever misplaced your debit card and worried while you try to find it? Hi, Paul Hale here at New Era Bank, and our new app offers Secure Swipe. Secure Swipe allows you to turn your debit card on or off from the convenience of your cell phone. While your card is off, you have the safety of knowing that no one can access your account from your debit card. Download our new app today and get this and many other new features. Call or visit any of our locations to get more information, or visit our website at www.newerabank.com. New Era Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Brad Smith at Lucas Smith Chrysler Center, your local home of the no bull deal. The word local, you've heard the phrase shop local, buy local, but do you really think exactly what that means? When you shop here at Lucas Smith, you put your trust in the hands of all of my employees who also eat, play, work, live, and shop local. Jefferson County is their home too. Why drive for miles when you can buy what's right here in your backyard? All we ask at Lucas Smith Chrysler is to give us the chance to earn your business. Please shop local, and remember, Lucas Smith Chrysler Center in Festus.
They throw it to Petty in the high post. Now back out over to Durbin with 13 seconds left. Now they look to try and foul, and instead it's stolen away. A steal by Megan Leip. She gets to the rim, and she lays it up and in with 4 seconds to go. Timeout called by St. Paul. They wanted a foul. They didn't get it. Megan Leip with the swipe, the bucket, and St. Vincent has the lead. A tremendous defensive play by the junior forward Megan Leip, which ends up winning it tonight for St. Vincent in a real dandy of a ball game here in Perryville as they knock off the St. Paul Giants 45-44 this evening. A game where St. Vincent early on was controlling. They led by as much as 11 early stages of the second quarter. St. Paul rallied, though, finished the first half on a 14-4 run. That was capped by Briley Durbin splashing home nothing but nylon on a half-court heave at the buzzer, which made it just a 1-point St. Vincent lead, 22-21 at the break. St. Paul kept it rolling for the most part in that second half, and they were up by as much as 7 in the fourth quarter, 38-31, and that is when St. Vincent finally made its move on a night when they were average for a lot of the time offensively. They finally got rolling and finished the ball game on a 14-7 run and end up winning this one, or 14-6 run, I should say, and end up winning this one by a point. Megan Leip, as you just heard, making the play that caps that run and ends up being the winning bucket tonight with a steal at midcourt. We're playing aggressive defense, and we're going to foul probably in the coming seconds if they hadn't had that steal, and Leip ends up making that play defensively, a gigantic one for St. Vincent. And the Indians, virtue of that steal, that score, will win it tonight and win their third in a row to improve to 8-8 on the season. Heck of a victory here at home tonight for them. And they will have not a lot of time to think about it. They'll turn right around and play at Crystal City tomorrow night and play at Jefferson Friday evening. But nonetheless, they will be very pleased, I imagine, with the way that they were able to, on sort of a bad night offensively, ultimately string it together and get a victory here at home, and trailing like they did late in the ballgame. Imagine they'd be even more pleased by the way that they were able to, perhaps quite literally, steal this one away. St. Paul tough one for them tonight, but they still had won 7 of 10 coming into this evening. So while they fall to 10-9, nothing to feel too bad about. They'll be off until next week, as they'll be back in action Monday night when they host the Crystal City Hornets. Tonight, though, St. Paul falls 45-44 here in Perryville against St. Vincent. We're joined by Giants head coach Andy Sherrell. Let's talk about the positives first and foremost for your club, because there were a lot of them. Riley Petty had a fantastic second half for you offensively. Riley Durbin, she showed why she's going to be a star if she isn't one right now, the way she got it going in the second quarter and had a big moment there hitting a half-court shot. So there were a lot of things that worked for your club offensively. I would imagine, though, at the end of the day, you want Paige James in the mix of all that as well, and you also want your team to take care of the basketball. And those are the two things that unfortunately hurt you at the end of the ballgame.
Yeah, I just think, our start, it all started with our start. We did not have a good start. We did not get off to a quick start. We've been off for a while. It's no excuse. They just got ourselves in a hole, had to kind of fight out of that. To do that, you got to play a little extra aggressive. We got in foul trouble. Fouls were really piling up against us, and that's what happens. I thought we executed well to actually get the lead, come back and get the lead at the very end of the game. I really feel like we did everything right in that last minute. Just the call, I guess it's a steal or a foul. You got to go one way or the other. They chose steal, so that's what happens in a game of basketball, and you play enough games, it'll turn around back the other way. It's just that's kind of night it was.
Yeah, and you mentioned that the start hurt you. I would say one thing that hurt at the finish was that St. Vincent got to the free throw line and knocked them down, which gave them a shot. 3 weeks ago when we saw your club against Lesterville, you held on to win that game, but you brought that up, that your team has got to do a good job of playing defense without fouling. Late in the season, you've been playing well, even though you lose tonight. This is at least a teaching opportunity to hammer that point home, I would imagine.
Yeah, 100%. That's why you film games, and that's why you play, and absolutely. If we can't use this to help us later, then we really mistaked or really just blew a chance to get better and blew a chance at seeing what we can be. I thought we saw glimpses of that. St. Vincent was a good team. They did. They made free throws. They were able to come back without time coming off the clock. That's something we got to learn. The time was it was our friend, then it was our enemy, and then it was kind of back and forth the way the game went. So we got to learn how to do that. And we didn't do a very good job of that tonight and paid the price.
Still, nonetheless, club is rolling of late coming into tonight. As you said, maybe having 2 weeks hurt a little bit in terms of rust, but a lot of things have gone well for your club tonight, and one of those things that's been going great for you all year, Riley in her freshman season, she just exploded when you absolutely had to have it after being down double digits, and capped it off with a great highlight play in a half-court shot. So, and the funniest part about it was when she turned around after she hit the shot, I thought it was great. She looked like, oh, I hit a shot. It's fine. Like, she's just unfazed, and to get that from a young player, a first-year player, it just makes you so excited for what she'll become.
Yeah, she's a great player, and she did play well. I think, this is an opportunity for all of our kids really to watch some film and see what happened, especially in the last minute, how we can do that a little better, how we can secure a victory, because that's why you play the games, is try and win. So we are happy for her, but at the end of the day, I'm sure she would trade that half-court shot for a win. That's just kind of kid she is.
I imagine. She looked like she was as intense a competitor as I've seen all year. And your ball club, as you said, is going to have some time to think about this one as well, off till Monday when you get Crystal City. Opponents like that, like Kingston, like Bismarck, that's going to be where you start to familiarize yourself with the level of competition you will see at the end of the year. But this one gave you an idea of what it'll look like when you face a really good team and it comes down to the wire.
Yeah, like I said, this is a great time to have this game. We have another one of those coming up with Lutheran South, who's really, really good. So we'll kind of have the measure of where we are. We play a good Kingston team you got kids that can score. We beat Crystal City earlier in the year, but I don't put anything past Coach Jones. They'll have a plan. They'll be ready. So, we got to get things squared back away, put this into the banks of what can we do differently to win a game, and then hopefully if we come across that situation again, execute and get the victory.
Haven't had a bad game getting to watch you guys this year, so we hope to have a few more of those down the line. Thanks for stopping by. Best of luck going forward.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate the coverage.
Andy Sherrell, the head coach of the St. Paul Giants, joining us here this evening. Again, unable to get the win tonight. They fall 45-44 here in Perryville against St. Vincent. We'll hope to talk to Indians head coach Gary Pointer coming up in just a moment as the Midwest Home Pools and Spas postgame show rolls on here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Hi, welcome to the UPS store.
Yeah, I'd like to ship this package.
Great, I can help you with that and every other ing.
Did you just say every other ing?
Printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs.
Shredding.
Yep.
Mailboxing.
Uh-huh.
Notarizing?
That too.
Wow, that's really some ing.
Now you're getting it.
The UPS store. Every ing for small business. And of course, shipping.
Hi, this is Jim, owner of the UPS store in Festus. See us now at our new location at 650 North Creek Drive next to Tiger Express Car Wash.
In 1973, Comtree was established to meet a great need through opening a halfway house. The spark of meeting residents' needs continues to reignite in 2019. We've expanded our services to become the mental health safety net of Jefferson County while offering nationally recognized dental care and primary care. We invite you to join the Comtree family tree. Call 877-COMTREE or visit us online at comtree.org to schedule an appointment. Welcome to our family tree.
This is Dr. Karen Melton at Hearing Care Partners. We hope you don't miss a single thing this sports season. Stop by for a free hearing screening so you'll hear every play and the person sitting right next to you. One of the best parts of the game is chatting with old friends and making new ones. We wish all our local players a safe and healthy sports season. It's Hearing Care Partners. Find us online at hearingcarepartners.com.
Whatever your educational goals are, you can achieve them at Jefferson College. With caring faculty, convenient locations, and award-winning academic programs, your future is Jefferson College's focus. To learn more, call 636-797-3000 or visit jeffco.edu for a complete list of degrees and programs. Enroll now.
For higher education, for higher expectations, Jefferson College, Jefferson College, and you.
Back on the Home Pools and Spas post-game show, a great one tonight in Perryville as St. Vincent rallies from a fourth quarter deficit to knock off the St. Paul Giants 45-44 this evening here in Perryville. Final scoring totals tonight, first for St. Paul. They were led by 13 points from their leading scorer on the year, freshman point guard Briley Durbin. 10 of those came in the second quarter. Senior forward Isabel Carroll had 10, Riley Petty had 11, but after that, just 2 points each from Riley Dietrich and Paige Ames. St. Vincent also had 3 players in double figures tonight. 12 points for Lacey Best, including an impressive 6 of 8 showing at the free throw line this evening. 8 of 8 at the free throw line was Addie Cates, sophomore guard, had a game-high 15, and she is tonight's Applebee's player of the game. We will talk about that more in just a second. Mary Schwartz hit 3 3-pointers. She finished with 10 to continue to add to the scoring for St. Vincent, who wins tonight 45-44 over St. Paul. We've got Indians head coach Gary Pointer joining us right now. That was quite the momentum-swinging type of game. He jumped out to a nice start. They rallied behind a really talented player in Briley Durbin, and it looked like maybe they were going to try and get a grip on that game. What happened when it got to a 7-point deficit that you think allowed your ball club to end up coming back tonight?
I think we were just able to keep our composure. We're able to still execute even when we weren't able to put the ball in the hole. We were still able to execute and get good shots. Obviously, I feel like in the fourth quarter, when we were able to get in our press, we were able to force some turnovers, rattle them a little bit, and as a result, change the momentum back in our favor.
Your defense helped you out, but great free throw shooting was a big part of that in the fourth quarter, too. You were 16 of 21 total tonight, and in the fourth quarter, I want to say you ended up being 5, 6, 7 of 8. So, 8 of 11 tonight in the fourth quarter at the free throw line. Lacey Best especially did a great job of sealing the game in a big spot at the charity stripe.
She came in, and when I put her back in the fourth quarter, she knocked some big free throws down. But, she also worked hard on the offensive end to get the ball and took the ball strong to the basket. And, give St. Paul credit. They've got good post defense, and overall, that's a good team that's going in the right direction.
Megan Leip, though, ends up coming up clutch for you there at the very end. I imagine just watching how the girls were playing that it's only a 1-point game. You don't have to foul to the very last second, play aggressive defense there, and see what can happen. And she did exactly that at half court, got all up in Briley Durbin, and was able to get a clean steal and a clean bucket for the lead.
We told the girls in the last timeout before that steal, I think we only had 2 or 3 fouls. And we told the girls, she said, we can be aggressive, go for the ball, gamble a little bit, and see if we can't gain an advantage. And in that situation, it ended up being the go-ahead bucket.
You were talking about defense in pregame, and it ended up being the play that won the game for you tonight was defense. And as a result, that's 3 in a row after a 4-game losing streak. You're back to 500. You are very busy the rest of this week, obviously. Turn right around tomorrow night at Crystal City. And then Thursday night, you've got Jefferson in this building. That's some good Jefferson County competition. You'll see the next couple of games. But I imagine the way your club rallied tonight down the stretch, you want to get them right back on the floor.
Yes, this was I told them after the game, this was the momentum shifter that we needed and could possibly, help us finish the season strong.
This was an absolute blast to do this one tonight. Thanks for having us, and best of luck going forward, Coach.
Well, thank you. Glad you all were able to come down here, and look forward to having you again.
Will do. Thank you so much. Gary Pointer, the head coach of the St. Vincent Indians, joining us here tonight as they get a win on their home floor. They led by 11 at one point in the first half. That was cut to a 1-point halftime lead. The lead was given away in the second half. They ended up trailing by 7 at the end, but as we mentioned earlier in the postgame show, 14-6 run capped by a Megan Leip steal and layup, which allows them to win it tonight, 45-44, the final here, as St. Vincent knocks off St. Paul. Again, a reminder, these two teams are right back at it here in the next couple of days. St. Vincent, of course, playing again tomorrow night. They're on the road at Crystal City. As we just mentioned, St. Paul is off until Monday. They will be hosting the Crystal City Hornets. Our Applebee's Farmington player of the game tonight is one Addie Cates. Finishes with a game-high 15 points. Player of the game brought to you by Applebee's in Farmington, doing good in the neighborhood. One more check of that Hearing Care Partners broadcast schedule. We remind you more high school hoops tomorrow night. The Bruce Thomas Tournament in Herculaneum hits the semifinal round. Grandview takes on Hancock. St. Pius will be playing in the second semifinal. Pregame for all that starts at 6:45 tomorrow night over on AM 1400 KJF. And over on 98.5 FM, J98, we will have a big high school girls basketball showdown in the MAAA large school division as Central collides with the undefeated St. Genevieve Dragons, a game that likely determines this year's #1 seed in the MAAA tournament, and we'll have a big say in who ends up winning this year's MAAA regular season championship. So hopefully you can tune in for that one tomorrow night over on J98 The Boot. We thank you for joining us here this evening for this one online on the MyMo Info Sports stream. Big thanks to the folks here at St. Vincent de Paul Parish School for being terrific hosts this evening. And a thanks to all our sponsors who help us bring you coverage of high school basketball on regional radio all season. For the real magic man in the studio, my producer Chase Sellers, I'm Nathan Gertz. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you join us for more high school basketball on regional radio throughout the rest of the season. Until next time, so long, friends.
This is Sam from the Jefferson County YMCA inviting you to join the Y. Pay no joining fee in January, saving up to $100. Whether you're looking to get healthy, make new friends, or spend more time together as a family, the Y will help you succeed. Enjoy group exercise and water fitness classes for free. Try pickleball, swim in the pool, or walk the indoor track. Take advantage of our free wellness consultations, fantastic personal training options, free child watch for household members, and so much more. Call 636-931-9622, visit gwrymca.org, or stop by the Y today.